Hello and welcome to this video. This is going to be one of the productive video of all time. It is because I am right now present in my class and I have the board right there and I have some questions written which are very common. So along with my friend and I are going to attempt to answer these questions, and we will also tell you how to overcome the problem that are very common in the society. So, like I said, I'm going to talk about the public speaking written on the board. But before I begin, let's understand what public speaking really is. So, the word public speaking itself includes the word public, which means any individual. Suppose I have never spoken in public ever before. So, if I went into a mass of audience and if I were given a topic to speak about, or let's say if I'm a politician, you would have seen that how do politicians address their audience? They have superb public speaking skills. Well, what are public speaking skills? We are also going to cover that as well. But before that, let's first of all get this meaning clear what public speaking is. Public speaking does not only mean to speak in public among people. It also involves how you communicate your message across the audience, how do you connect with your audience, and how do you address them. The major key of public speaking is to connect with your audience. Most of the time while we are talking to an individual, we don't care whether the person is getting my point or not, listening to me or not, or we don't even care about their feedback. But when we are talking in public, we speak for the public. We don't speak for ourselves, we speak for the public. We have a message to deliver, we have a message to convey. So our major focus should be on the public. We should understand what my public is. So a good public speaker is the one who understands his audience. Now, if we are clear with the definition, let's get quickly understand why do people feel nervous. So let's take my own example. If I get on the stage and if I ever feel nerve-wracking moment, and if I get cold feet, if I feel nervous, then I obviously start to fumble, I forget things, my mind goes blank. At times I even forget my own name. I get sweaty palms. These are the signs of being nervous. Right? I'm not saying that somebody goes on the stage and has a nervous breakdown and the person collapses. But there are moments people feel unconscious as well. Why do these things happen? Reason number one, a human being is like a fish. Let's suppose there's a fish, and if you take the fish out of the water, the fish starts to panic. Why does this fish start to panic? Because the environment for the fish is not suitable. A fish is supposed to be under the water because it is an atmosphere. The fish is accustomed to the water. Similarly, we human beings are accustomed to comfort zone. When we are put in public, we fumble and become nervous because we are not accustomed to that environment. So we feel like a fish out of water. How to get over that, we will also come to that. But this is one of the most famous reasons why do we feel nervous. It's a human tendency to feel nervous. There's nothing to feel about. There's nothing bad. And let's take it normal. It is not only you and me, it is about every individual who starts from the scratch. Remember, nobody is perfect in the first attempt. We all are born to make mistakes, we all are born to be perfect. But great things takes time. Now, if you are inspired enough, let's move to the next question, that is, why is it so hard to speak in public? Let's suppose I am very much clear with the public speaking definition. I'm very much clear with the nervousness also. I get over that fear of nervousness. I don't get sweaty palms. I'm not nervous at all. I'm perfectly fine. I can hold the mic, stand on the stage. Still, I find public speaking to be hard. Why? Basically because of two reasons that are coming to my mind right now. Number one, that is judgment. Each and every individual in the world thinks कि people, what will people think? कहते हैं ना कि दुनिया का सबसे बड़ा रोग क्या सोचेंगे लोग. So I become conscious because of people's opinion. I begin to think so much things. Like what will people think of me? Will people listen to me or not? The ideas which I'm actually talking about, does that have value or not? Will people believe it or not? We drain much of our energy into what people think of us instead of putting our efforts to present ourselves. And that's what I believe makes my speaking even more harder. So the answer to this question would be to not think what people think of yourself. Just believe in your ideas. Believe that whatsoever you are going to take on the table has a value. What you are speaking is valuable, what you are speaking is important. If that is very clear, let's move to the last question of the day, but not the least, and that is how to enhance public speaking. See, like I said, there are a couple of public speaking is an art. It's not just a course that you will do and you will gain better. It's about practice. I believe that public speaking is like a muscle. I go to the gym, I work out my muscle and my muscle gets strengthened with time. Similarly, but I have to go to the gym and I have to do the dumbbells every single day. It is very similar to that. Speak in public as often as you can. Before I talk about the ways to enhance communication, public speaking, I must make this very clear. Public speaking has nothing to do with English language. Public speaking is simply an art and that can be done in any language. Most of the people confuse public speaking with having a firm command on a language. But I want to tell this to people. If you are fluent at English, fluent at Hindi, fluent in Bhojpuri or whatsoever language, you can still fumble, you can still be bad at public speaking, because public speaking is altogether a different art. It needs practice, it needs experience, it needs public exposure. So rule number 1, practice, practice, practice. The more you practice, the better you become. Be knowledgeable. I have been given a topic about pollution. When I don't have any information, I do not have any insight about pollution, I am not going to say a word. Irrespective of how my fluency is, irrespective of the fact that I am very much fluent in English. So now, did you just come to see, is it already proven that language has nothing to do with public speaking? It's about improvement, it's about knowledge. Your knowledge influences your art a lot. Last but not the least, believe in yourself. Speak with patience, be confident. Speak even when your voice shakes, speak even when your body shivers. Thank you.